All right, all right. Hello, hello, everybody. How are you doing? Um, I guess I gotta do a live goal. I guess I have to do a live goal. That is something that I have to do. GG's. That makes sense. Hello, hello. Thank you for sharing the live already. Is everybody here? Everybody's exhausting all their resources. uh, yep. Are we live here? Okay, so we're live there. We're live here. Ah, yeah, we're live everywhere. We just need to give that notification to Discord, and we're jumping. Honestly, we're jumping. So we got a game today. If we get through this first game, I actually do have a second game by Bobby Fischer. Howdy. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody is doing good. I do have this game that I wanted to go over today by Mikhail Botvinnik. Where's my stick at before I start? Wait a minute. Can't start without the stick. So we got a game today by Mikhail Botvinnik. 10 o'clock central. Oh my goodness, Patter. Against Lejos. So let's get started. You already know how it goes, but let me repeat it. This is a chess lesson for y'all and not for me. So it's up to y'all to figure out the best moves, and that's the only way how we're going to continue. Now, when you figure out the best move, if you comment the best move, then you will get a shout out by yours truly, H1, because I'm a good guy. And if you do an incorrect move, let's say you do a move that's like, I don't know, not even a legal move on the board, you will get a shout out too, but it won't be the positive one. I don't want to waste my time reading the comments and you're saying moves in the beginning like knight takes on g8. I know that you're trolling, and so I'm going to treat you like such. Let's get started. Let's get started. Unless it's like a kid that's really trying to comment the best move, then I'll be a little bit more lenient. Never been this early. Let's get started. Let's go. What is the first move that white decides to do here? What do y'all think? We're the white pieces. What are we doing first? What are we doing first? Are we white or black? We are white. Joshua, Southern Chess Spirit, what's up? How you doing? Do you have chess player for edit, please? Do you have chess player for edit? What does that even mean? But anyway, oh yeah. So the first move is e4 that was played here. We're already right. Chess Spirit, Joshua, yes, we're playing e4. Knight on g8, would it even be a good move as rook takes? Oh my goodness. You're actually analyzing. Wait a minute, what? You're actually analyzing. Wait a minute. Oh, snap. My bad. It wasn't even e4. c4. I read that correctly. Incorrectly. My bad. It was c4. So everybody that got c4, good job. So after c4, e5 in this position, and then what do we got next here? After c4, e5, we're going into a English type of opening, and we are the white pieces. If you know about the English opening, it's mostly a positional type of opening, but every opening depends on the variation that you go down. So what is the next move here? What do you think? Knight to c3, Southern Chess Spirit, you are correct. So we got this next move, knight to c3. And after knight to c3, knight to f6, what else? How are we supposed to develop pieces in this game? What do you think? We're the white pieces. What's next? f3 is crazy. Why would we do f3? Let's go. Just checking.
Uncle Buck 777 followed your channel.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. E3, D3. And make sure that you like the stream so that we can get more people into this chess lesson, because I know most of you need it. It's fine. Everybody needs a chess lesson every now and then, and that's why I do these for free. E3, E4. So we got moves like E3, E4. It's not E3, E4. It's not D3. What's up, Mikey? How you doing? Would not move the knight that fast. What do you mean? The knight to C3 is a good move. We're taking control of these light squares. Usually in the English opening, one thing that you need to keep in reminder is that we're targeting E4 and D5 most of the time. We're trying to target this diagonal here. And so, what do you think is the next move that white plays, since we're trying to do that? Garen, how you doing? Make sure that you like the stream. Hey, H1, I just got a chess coach. Hey, there we go. It should have been me, but it's fine. As long as you got a chess coach by anybody, that's cool that you're going to progress a little bit faster than most. Kyler Perry and whoever got this next move, you are correct. If you said G3, congrats. So G3 is the next move that was played, setting up a fianchetto. So after G3, Black was like, okay, I don't want to just give you the setup that you want, so I'm going to press forward in the center and make sure that you're fighting in the opening just like I am. That's why they did this move D5, combating whatever white is trying to do here in this opening. But what do we do? What's the main line? What's the theory? How do we keep on going forward with our opening phase of this game? What do you think? C takes on Risto dreams big. You are correct. So we got this next move. C takes on D5, right? C takes on D5, and then Black decided to do Knight takes on D5. And as chess players, we want to keep on developing pieces in the opening. We don't want to trade everything off. And most of you is probably thinking, okay, we could take the knight too, but then queen takes on d5, and then the queen is attacking us on this diagonal on h1. Is that good for us? We got to solve these questions, these problems, and make sure that we put in our pieces on the correct squares. And Horisto dreams big, you are correct. What up? Who else? Who else is correct? What are we doing? We are trying to figure out the best moves for the white pieces. This is a Grandmaster game. Mikhail Botvinnik against Lejos. So the next move, DJ's correct too. Bishop G2. We don't have to take the knight. Just because a capture is an option in chess, there is other moves that we can play here instead of just going forward with a linear type of thinking. When we're thinking about chess, it should always be like a tree with different branches. And so after bishop to G2, bishop to E6, defending the knight on D5, what else happens here? Because they want to keep the pieces on the board. They're trying to defend the knight. And they don't want to just help us out with knight takes on C3 because we're just going to do B takes on C3. Or even, I mean, shoot, sometimes you can do D takes on C3, even if we're trading queens. What is the next move here? What do you think? You'll get a shout out by me if you guess the best move. Oh, who was that? Who was that? Uncle Buck! Nook, if you book now, Nook. You are correct. Knight to F3 is the next move here. Knight to F3, knight to C6. We're still going through this opening line. This is all theory. What is next? How do we keep on going through with this game? A lot of people want to do E4, but remember, if you do E4, then you're committing to a backwards pawn. This D pawn will be backwards. And sometimes a backwards pawn can be a weakness. So if you're going to commit to E4, you got to be careful. Rista, Enjoy Me, who else? Gregory. Everybody that's at Castle Kingside, you're correct. Well, why not get the king to safety as soon as possible so that we can basically do our plan in the center, like moves like E4 maybe, or D4, etc. And we still got to develop these pieces too. After Kingside Castle, they did knight to B6 because they want to keep the pieces on the board and they want to fight as much as possible. And we want to do the exact same thing. So after castle, how can we target something? What can we do? What's the plan still? Do we continue on in the middle game plans? Do we like start doing moves like A4 or something? What's the dealio? I'm eating Trader Joe's yogurt with golden grams right now. Hey, let's go, Grams. And you're still commenting? How do you eat yogurt and comment at the same time? Let's go. If you figure out the best move, you will get a shout out by me. D4. A lot of people saying D4 here. Okay. I see y'all. And Jaden is correct here. We didn't get D4. D4 would be a little bit extreme right now, but we did get this move D3 because we do want to develop the bishop on C1. And so after D3, bishop to E7. And then what is next here? What is next here after this move? We are... Oh man. Okay. What is next here in this position? Okay, there we go. What are we doing? E4 after bishop to E7. Yeah, I said king H, knight to H4, bishop G5, knight B5, E3, G5, knight G5. Okay, y'all want to do bishop G5. Okay. I get the ideas. So I'm gonna give y'all 15 more seconds to figure out exactly what's going on here. I could just act stockfish. You could, but this is a human game. And so even if you act stockfish, humans don't play like computers. It is what it is. You can try it out for yourself, but I guarantee that you will not get the correct move with this Grandmaster play if you use stockfish. I'm gonna give y'all 15 more seconds though. E4, Dale's Karma, what's up? How you doing? Bishop E3, A4. The A4 is very close, but the one that tried, you are correct. So we got this next move, A3. A3. Actually, still theory goes along with this opening. A3. A5, preventing us from doing B4 and getting some space on the queen side, because maybe we don't want to put the bishop along this diagonal here. Maybe we don't want to put the bishop on D2 or G5. Maybe we want to put the bishop on B2 instead and fianchetto both bishops. After A5, what is going on next here? What do we do? It stops the opponent. Yeah, that is true. It does stop the opponent from ever going to this B4 square and targeting something, potentially in the future. Knight B5. And if you're just not joining, we're trying to figure out the best moves for the white pieces. That's what I'm teaching here. We're trying to figure out the best moves of what we should be doing for white. Hi, it's almost midnight. That is true. I'm a guy that streams at night. Y'all just gonna have to be with that. Knight to E4. Let me just tell y'all, let me give y'all a hint on this move. We still want to develop our last couple of pieces, right? We still want to develop our bishop, our rooks, and just get our pieces on good squares. So how can we organize our pieces, put them on good squares, so that we're fighting with not just half of our army, but the whole thing? Bishop to D3, rook B1. There are too much going on. There is still a lot of pieces on the board, but this is the opening phase that everybody has to go through. Rook E3. Ooh, ICXC. Darius. And if you feel like that your comment isn't getting heard for some reason, I am looking at all the comments. Baka. I am streaming on 3 different platforms: YouTube, Twitch. My Twitch handle is H1 Chess if you want to see this horizontal, etc. So if you feel like your comment isn't getting seen, go over to another platform. Bishop to E3. What's the move that was played here? Bishop to E3. Remember, the bishop can go to E3. You know, it's not going to be attacked right now by any knight. And this bishop is threatening. Bishop takes on B6 potentially and doubling the pawns, etc. And so after bishop here, castle kingside, and then what do we do next? What's the plan? How do we take advantage of our opponent's position? Actually, nothing is really going on right now. Both sides put their minor pieces on good squares, but it's up for us to poke and pry and make a weakness so that we can target it. I said it 100 times, dude. There's a lot of comments. You're in the same bubble. E4. We can't do E4 right. Just for everybody to know, we can't do E4 right now. That is not a legal move in chess at this present moment. It's not legal. Knight to E4, Queen C2. Make sure that you like the stream on TikTok. Thank you for the 1,000 likes. Let's get to 10K. Let's keep on going for it. On YouTube, let's get the likes up there too. Let's keep on going. D4, E4, D2. All right, I'm gonna give you about 15, 30 more seconds, and we're gonna find a comprehensive plan here. We're gonna find a plan here. But just to give y'all a hint, these bishops are targeting the queen side here. The bishop on G2 is indirectly targeting the queen side. This bishop on E3 is targeting the queen side. So maybe we need to do something on that side in this position. A4, knight G5. A lot of people saying A4. Extendo. Moves for music. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I will shout out the people that is liking the stream, donating. Meech Mac. Thank you for the donut. I appreciate it. All right. So this move is pretty hard to find, but it's fine. This is his plan in this position, and actually the best move. Knight to a4 was the move that was played here. If you got this move and then I just didn't see it, hey, congrats on you. But knight to a4 is played here, and black decided to take this knight on a4. And after queen takes back, then black played this move, bishop to d5, because what black wants to do here is trade their bad bishop for our perfect bishop. They always, like the opponent always want to trade
Alexis
their bad bishop
777
to
Dubois
our
followed your
fianchetto
channel.
bishop, so that our fianchetto bishop isn't protecting our king on g1 anymore. So after bishop to d5, we can't like easily move this knight around unless we want to trade off the light square bishops. Unless we want to do that. But what do? What is the next plan? Where can we put our pieces to activate them? What is this opening? What is this? This is the English opening. Whose move is it? It is white to move. Rook a to c1. Okay, good job. So now that's a good thought. That is a really good thought, because we need to figure out how to get these rooks to the game. And there is a open file in the position. And there's not that much going on here. So when there's not a lot of tactics going on, all we need to do is improve the position. Piece by piece, improve the position. Hello, Spotted. How you doing? So rook a to c1. Remember, there are two rooks that can go to the c1 square. So if you just say rook to c1, I don't know which rook that you want on the c1 square. One of them is correct, though. One of them is correct. d4, isn't it bad in theory to move on one's knight to the side? Yes, it is bad in theory because the knight on the rim is dim. But if you put the knight on the rim with the purpose, that's the key difference. If you put the knight on the rim with the purpose of getting back to the game or targeting something or targeting a weakness, that's the big key that you need to like follow. So don't put the knight on the rim without a purpose where it can have less mobility. But everybody that said rook f to c1, good job. Rook f to c1 was the move. That rook was not doing anything. At least that rook is already on the queen side, so potentially that rook could get some play on the a5. We'll see though. We'll see. Rook to e8, because they're trying to improve the position as little as possible. Remember, not every single game is going to be like tactics and pieces being thrown everywhere. Sometimes you're going to get a game where, you just got to improve your pieces, because strategy leads to tactics. Strategy leads to tactics. See you later, man. Rook e8, and then what do we do next? g4. Why you want to do g4? So g4 is an insane move, but I get the aggression. Let's just improve the pieces. Is this a past game? Yes, this is a game back in the 1960s. All right. Should have done h2 to h4. That's like future. That's like our chess. Like just throw the h pawn up there and see if anything sticks. Nope. We need to improve our pieces slowly but surely. Let's follow the principles. We need to put more pressure on the queen side. How can we do that? How can we do that? Rook c5. I mean, inaccuracy. Anyhow, sorry to interrupt. Carry on. So it was a mistake for black to exchange. A little bit, but it's a playable move. This is still an equal position for both sides. Maybe white is a little bit better. I like white's pieces a tiny bit better, but white is going to have to get the win. Rook to c3 is very close to the move that was played. Rook to c3 is very close. But what's the idea? Like, why did you want to put the rook to c3? What's it? b4? What's going on here in this game? Gregory, you're correct. So rook to c2. Let's figure out the purpose of why we're putting the rook to c2. Rook c2, bishop to f8. Maybe they want to rook lift 2. Maybe they what's their plan? We got to think about their plan. Maybe they want to bring the queen to the king side. You never know. Bishop f8 has a lot of flexible ideas behind it. But let's continue on with our idea. They're not really threatening anything dangerous at the present moment. Of course, we got to keep moves like b5 in mind of them attacking the queen and whatnot. And of course, we got to keep moves like maybe they got like a fork option of bishop b3 one day. I don't know. But it's not here, it's not now, so let's keep on improving the position. User 87, who else? I am saying all of these moves, do I just not exist anymore? Southern Chess Spirit, yes you do. You exist, man. But there are a lot of people in the chat, man. That's kind of how it goes. Don't get mad at me. You gotta be your best cheerleader. If you get the move right, congratulations. Mark that on a sheet of paper. If you don't get the move right and I don't see you, then it's fine. Like, it happens. Rook A to C1, and then we have Knight to B8. Knight to B8. They couldn't deal with the pressure. They did a backwards move. Now we're sort of in a winning position, but we have to prove it. Like, why is Knight to B8 not so good? Why is that so? What are we doing? I'll come back around. Spot it. Good job. Queen G4. I think this is pre-recorded. Why would this be pre-recorded? Like, I'm here with you. I'm literally saying the names of the people. Now I'm gonna block the. Why would this be pre? You know what? I gotta do my backflip. I forgot. I gotta backflip to prove that this isn't pre-recorded. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so Rab, you are correct. So Knight B8 hangs this pawn on C7. But let's see what Black's plan is here after Rook takes on C7. Black's plan was doing Bishop to C6. And when you look at this position, you're probably thinking, oh, we just dropped the whole Rook on C7. Why would we capture that with no purpose, with no idea? Because this bishop is attacking the queen and this rook is trapped. The queen is going to take on C7. What are we doing? What is our plan next? That sounds like something a pre-recorded guy would say. Philip, Pranay, how you doing, man? What's the idea? Why did we just trap our rook? What are we doing next? Because this was, okay, White had this in mind. He saw that, okay, Black wanted to do bishop to C6. Still isn't good that they did Knight to B8, so we need to punish them for that. We need to punish them for that. Rook C7 to C6. So you want to do Rook 7 to C6. You want to take this bishop. I guess that is sort of the only option, but that's not the move that White played. That's not the move that White played, actually. Now the game is going to get just a tiny bit crazy. It was born in the beginning. It was a lot of strategic play, a lot of developing our pieces, but now it gets a tad bit exciting. Bishop to B6. Bishop to B6 would be defending the rook, but after you do bishop to B6, bishop takes on A4, and what's happening next? Because this bishop is attacking our queen on A4 at the same time. Southern Chess Spirit. I'm tired. I just got off of school. Nah, no worries, man. No worries. Bishop G5. So, y'all was almost there. And we're trying to figure out the best move for the white pieces, just for anybody that's just not joining. Y'all was almost there. This rook did not capture the bishop on C6. That is true. But whoever got Mitch Mac, you are correct. Whoever got Rook 1 takes on C6, that's the move that was played here. And this one is a lot better than the other one. So after this, B takes on C6, most people wouldn't even think about sacking that rook to C6 because they want to get this rook out of being trapped in the enemy's camp. But now, what's the idea? Why did we sacrifice that rook for the bishop instead of this rook? Well, we still need to punish our opponent for having all of their pieces on the back rank. And so 1, 2, 3, you're correct. Who else is correct? Who else is correct? 1, 2, 3 got it. We kept the rook on the 7th rank because, you know, we got a lot of tactics. And that's why this next move was possible. Rook takes on F7. All right? Rook takes on F7 was possible because we took with the rook on C1 instead of the rook on C7. What the crap is going on? This is why inactivity will always fail you in chess. This is why you should not have all your pieces on the back row like you're playing 960 chess or freestyle or whatever you want to call it. W sack, we're sacking the rook. Obviously, he didn't take it because it'll be too crazy. He didn't take it because of moves like queen c4, knight g5, just attacking the king on the light squares. And this king is never going to be able to move back. That's why he did this move h6. He was like, okay, this is too dangerous. I'm cool. I don't have to take it. It's fine. Let's continue on with this game. But let's keep on moving forward. Like this is Meet the Robinsons. What did we do next? They didn't take our sack. Oh no, did we do another sack? Do we have another idea in this position? If we don't have another idea, if we don't have another sack, how can we keep the tension? How can we keep the pressure up? Because we don't always gotta find a brilliant move. Spotted? Hey, congrats. What was the ELO rating of these players? These are both grandmasters. This is Mikhail Botvinnik against Lejos. Bishop takes on h6. Bishop takes on h6 is crazy. Bishop takes on h6 is a tad bit crazy. White went for the more mild move, I will say. Just a little bit more mild. We don't need to complicate chess. Queen to c6. Queen takes on c6. Oh no, knight takes on c6. Then that's the end of the game. We don't want to do that. Queen c4 protects the rook. That is true. But then they might be able to like do some weird crap like queen d5 and try to trade queens. So I don't know if that's even good. I don't know if that's even good. I'm going to give y'all about 15 more seconds to figure this out. Chess player 1432, you are correct. Rook to b7. Just putting the rook on a safe square and just saying, hey, just because you didn't take the rook doesn't mean that the attack isn't still going to go. Now, after rook to b7, the queen can still go to c4 and complete the attack that we wanted to do. And all of their pieces is still sitting on the back row, not doing anything at all. So after rook to b7, queen to c8, attacking the rook on b7, what happens? What do we do here? See you later, Da Bomb. I'll see you next time. I stream Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Central Time. Sometimes 10:30. But I do stream Monday through Friday. Let's go. I got one. Let's get it. But you just said queen c4 is bad. No, I didn't say I never said that queen c4 was bad. I just said previously queen c4 was bad. But the position is always changing up. I said queen c4 was bad the previous position because the queen was on d8, where it could just go to queen d5 and they can trade queens. Remember, like whenever your opponent makes a move, you got to like acknowledge the differences between each move. So all the people that got, let me see, Burn named, Sue, thank you for the follow. Who else? ZC7. Everybody that got this move, queen c4 now, good job. We're checking the king on g8. This is a threat. And this is a major threat because after king h8, what do we do next? Since the queen isn't on a d file, they can't block with queen d5. If they had queen d5, queen c4 would not be as powerful. But now, since we get queen c4 and force the king to the h8 square, how can we keep the pressure going? How can we keep the pressure up? Is my eyes red? I don't think so. Maybe that's just the camera. Bishop h6, queen c4, queen f7. No, none of those. Maybe queen c4. I don't know about that. Bishop h3. What is the move that was played here? Just make sure everything is still going pretty well. All right. Good job, everybody. Bro, impossible. Oh, thank you for the donos, Ben. I appreciate it. This is how we keep the pressure up. Knight to h4. Knight to h4. All these light squares are lit up, and all of our opponent's pieces is still on the 8th rank. Everything was terrible, and it kept on being terrible since they did this move. Knight to b8.
Get out! Get out!
Anyway, after knight to h4, what happens after queen takes on b7? And this move actually happened in the game. What happens after sacrificing our rook? We sacrificed 2 rooks for this position. We should be at the end, right? This game ends, just to let everybody know, this game ends in 5 moves. Knight g6 check. Southern Chess Spirit. Chess Player 14. Everybody saying it. Miguel. Who else is saying it? 951. Okay, cool. Knight to g6. What's the idea? Knight to g6. And then after king to h7, what else? What was the next idea? This kind of looked like one of those like Alien Gambit trap videos that I've been seeing online. Because the only reason why the Alien Gambit works is because the light squares are lit up. And in this position, how can we take advantage of all the light squares? How can we take advantage of it even more? Kato, Watchia, Faya, Ajoya, Daniel, everybody got it. Everybody is saying it. Southern Chess Spirit, yeah, everybody's saying it. Bishop to e4, putting more pressure on the light square. So where is this king gonna hide? Because this diagonal is getting lit up by the queen on c4, and this diagonal is getting lit up by the bishop on e4. Now we have all these discovered checks that we could do in the position. How are they gonna survive this? Now they want to develop pieces with bishop to d6. All right, cool. Well, we still have to end this game. What is the best way to do that? What is my qualifications of teaching beginners? Well, I've been teaching for 17 years. I went to different schools in Kansas City, teaching chess to kids, kindergartners, centers to grown-ups. I taught chess. I ran my own chess club in high school. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. You can look at my social media accounts on YouTube with all the videos that I posted on openings and tips on how to get better at chess. You can watch any stream when I'm like giving instructional advice. I don't know what else that I can say, but that would be my answer to that. 1, 2, 3. You are correct. Knight takes on e5 first, attacking the king on h7 and taking a piece. Why not? But what does this lead to after g6? What does this lead to? You a queen? You win a queen here? Do we win a queen here? Do we win a queen, or are we going for something else? What's up? Knight to f7, mate? What? Knight to f7? If you go knight to f8 as a double check, that is true. But then the king goes to h8. The king can still go to h8 after knight to f8. Bishop takes on g6. Oh, so the chess spirit is correct. And Kato, you are correct. Bishop takes on g6 is the move. Bishop takes on g6 is the move. King to g7, and then what else? What is the last move that made black resign? What do you think? Let's go. Just go back to we're going forward because White, this grandmaster, had an idea of how he wanted to finish this game off. He had the idea, and we're gonna figure out what was that idea.
Who knows me 1323 followed your channel.
This is so beautiful because the opponent's pieces, they have both of these rooks, this knight and bishop, and they cannot avoid what's about to happen on the board right now. And Joa, you're correct. I'm gonna give you about 30 more seconds to figure this last move out. Thank you for the follow, DG. I appreciate it. And who knows me? I appreciate the follow. What was this last move? Tanny Boy Deegan, you're correct too. So he ended off this game with bishop takes on h6, and after this, black resign. Black resign. Now, and this is a brilliant move too. Why did black resign? Let's say the game continued. Let me see. Let me pick a square right quick. Let's say the king just takes the bishop. Okay, obvious one. What happens after king takes bishop on h6? Let's say what happens after king takes bishop on h6. So that everybody can confirm that this is completely losing. All right, everybody got the next check right. Yep, everybody got it. Who knows me? Yep. Queen to h4, king g7. And then what happens after king g7? What happens? What's the idea here? What are we doing next? You're a good man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. You know? I appreciate the compliments, man. But, you know, if you want to see beginner content, just look on my profile, look at my YouTube account, my Twitch account. I've made playlists for every single type of player. Queen h7, and then after king moves, I mean, you can win this game any type of way that you want, but I feel like the easiest way to win this game is noticing that this last move was a skewer, and so you just take queen on b7, and after you take queen on b7, you realize, oh snap, this rook is undefended, this bishop is attacking this rook on e8, and you're threatening checkmate right now too, and so like, how are you gonna defend all of these threats that's going on in the position? They literally have to do like at least like bishop to e7 and rook to e7 just to defend the checkmate. And yeah, this is completely losing in the position. But like, what if exactly, where's the bishop at? Where did I put the bishop? What if they go king to h8? What if they go king to h8? What else do we have? Because this is completely losing too. I just want to know what his strength is. Knight to f7, knight to f7. Stricky, who knows me? My strength on chess.com, I'm around like 2,300 on all time controls. I'm not a titled player. Knight to f, yeah. So knight to f7, checking the king. King goes to g8. And then what else? Because they're not just going to sack the queen. They're going to let us figure this out. They're not just going to sack the queen. They're going to let us figure this out. d6. Okay, I need actual algebraic notation. Knight takes on d8. Wait a minute. What you say? Knight takes on d6. All right, who's me? Who knows me? You're correct. Knight takes on d6. Checking the king. Discover check. Now, if the king moves again, you are correct. We got this move, knight takes on b7, and yeah, we're completely dominating in the position. And so that's why the opponent decided to resign, because of all the tactics that was going on in this position, all right? That's why the opponent decided to resign. And yeah, that was pretty much it of that game. It's pretty cool. I keep forgetting that the knight goes in an L shape. This was a good game because it showed that strategy leads to tactics, and if the opponent does a bad move or a passive move, you just immediately pounce on that move, and then you get the W. We don't want to miss out on our opportunities, and that's why we study tactics and whatnot. That's why we do puzzles and study books and etc. Skater Boy Jr., great lesson. Thank you, appreciate it. And yeah, man, this was a pretty good game. Now, here's what I could do. I'm gonna give y'all the choice. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to do another game. Put a 2 in the chat if you want me to play viewers in chess. I'll just let y'all decide that. As y'all doing that, I'm going to set up the board, because I do have one more game by Bobby Fischer. I do have one more game. Another game. 3. What's the 3 for? Oh, man. And plus, if you want me to play viewers, that's a Twitch thing. That's a YouTube Twitch thing. So you would have to go to a whole nother platform in order for me to, in order for for you to see the stream continued on another platform. By viewers, I mean me. Ah, man. But there's no more like a hyper chess, Rubik's Cube. There's no more hyper chess. Am I familiar with Frank Marshall? Let's watch another game. H1, can I send a Mikhail Tal game for you to share? Not right now, but yeah, you can send one for future reference. That'll be cool. You know what? How about this? Let's do one more game. Let's do one more game. My Twitch handle is H1 Chess if you want to like follow there horizontally. Let's do one more game because this other game is pretty short actually. And then we can continue on. I can play some viewers and do like a little chess break. And then, you know, head off. I'll do my own thing because your boy needs sleep. And if your boy doesn't have sleep for the next day, then I get a little bit cranky. And if I get a little bit cranky, then that kind of sucks for everybody else.
Joshua,
Let's do one more game. In this next game, if I remember correctly, this next game ends in 17 moves? 17 moves? All right, cool. That should be good enough. Good enough time. All right, let's get started. So we are the white pieces here. And this is a game by Bobby Fischer and Ruben Fine. So both of these guys, very popular grandmasters. Very popular. What do you think this game started off with? Robbie, you are correct. Southern Chessbeard, you are correct. Someone played me in 10.1 today though. His is what was working. I'm trying to find out how to do it again. Oh crap. It might just be yours then. E4, E5, and then we have this next move, Knight to F3 by Bobby Fischer. After Knight to F3, Knight to C6, Bishop to C4, and then we have Bishop to C5. And who wants to guess what type of opening Bobby Fischer played in this game? Who wants to guess that? What do you think he played? Evans Gambit? What move is the Evans Gambit? Southern Chessbeard? You got it. Italian opening. This okay. So y'all think that he played the Italian opening? B4. Yeah. So in this position, in this game, Bobby Fischer played the Evans Gambit, which is B4. B4 attacking the bishop on C5. Now, you're probably wondering what happens after B4 if you're like a beginner at chess. Usually a gambit is when you're sacrificing material for some type of initiative in the position. It could be like a time initiative, it could be
10 May 2572 followed
making sure that the opponent's king isn't safe, things of that nature. You're like giving away material for some type of other advantage in the position. So after bishop takes on B4, what is the next moves that white usually plays? Everybody already got it. I have never played it before. Only understand Queen's Gambit and King's Gambit, sir. No. This is actually a legitimate gambit that is still played by top grandmasters to this day. I say like the only legitimate gambit that is played by the white pieces, because this is way better than the King's Gambit. The King's Gambit is so crazy, and the Queen's Gambit is good too. So after this move C3, bishop to A5, and then what else? What else is played? Yeah, the Evans Gambit is a reliable gambit. It's been played by top grandmasters. Just look at those games. It's actually been, it was played by a top grandmaster last year, I think. C3, D. Brandon, you are correct. So we got this next move, D4, because we sacrificed the B pawn to not only get time with attacking the bishop, but to get time to control the center. And usually if you control the center, then you're controlling the game. And so after D4, they take, E takes on D4. Sadly, we can't do C takes on D4 because that bishop is pinning that pawn to the king on E1. So what do we do next? What do we do next? There's so much to know about chess. Dang, I'm 16 to 1800 learning about the Evans Gambit. It's fine. It's a popular opening though. I like it. Castle. Who is that? Ahmed Charmy? Yeah, good job. So we're trying to figure out the best moves for the white pieces. This is a 17 move game by Bobby Fischer against Ruben Fine. Castled kingside is usually the move to go, because like I said before, if we're going to do a gambit, we're going to play based off of time, initiative, piece mobility, piece activity, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're playing on. We're not playing on anything else. And so who cares about these extra pawns that the opponent is taking? We're trying to get piece activity. So after D takes on C3, what is played next? What do you think? As someone who is 2300, I Still enjoy your lessons. Hey, there you go, K8 Gaming. I appreciate it, man. I try to explain things a simple way as much as possible, so that, you know, any type of player can get through this lesson, and that we are all learning together. That any type of player can learn. Is 1200 elo good? Yeah, I would say anything over 1000 is really good. That's like when the real chess starts, and that's a good basis to like where you can stop at too. Because if you get to 1000, then you can be like, okay, I want to stop there. Or if you get to 1000, you can be like, oh, I want to go forward. So I would say any chess player can get over 1000 elo on chess.com. It's pretty good. Kai, you are correct. Queen to b3. Queen to b3 is the next move. And remember, we want activity, and with activity, we need to find all of our forcing moves. And if we're playing a gambit, we need to look at our checks, captures, and threats in that order. And queen b3 not only develops a piece, but it attacks this pawn on f7. We did give away a pawn, we are down on material, but we got a lot of initiative. We're grabbing the initiative in the position. After queen to b3, they have to defend. Queen to e7. This queen is defending the pawn, and it does not want to be defended the pawn. All right, I can tell you that much. This queen that is power level 9 in the chess game does not want to be defending a lowly pawn. What do we do next? What happens? Cole, how you doing? Spotted. Hopefully y'all doing well over there. Are y'all not even saying moves? If queen e7, queen f6, why not queen d5? Queen d5? Queen d5 can be played too, but sometimes it's not good for the queen to be in front of the battery because it can be attacked by other pieces. So for example, queen e7 might still be played, but now it's a little bit of a difference because the knight can go to f6 and attack the queen on d5. So with the queen behind the bishop, it's less likely to be attacked. That's one thing that you need to keep in mind when you're like trying to be aggressive in the position. Aggression can kill. Like, you don't want to be too aggressive. Premature attacks can kill. In chess, knight takes on c3. Nova, you are correct. And knight takes on c3. Now it's time for us to take that pawn back. Because we want to develop pieces as much as possible, right? After knight to c3, knight to f6 is usually... Oh, wait a minute. Bishop is supposed to be... Queen is supposed to be on e7. I forgot to put it there when I was explaining. Knight to f6, and then now what? After knight to f6. Usually knight to f6 isn't the best move for black in this position. Not without doing a move like d6 and etc. What do we do next here? E5, knight d... Nova, you're correct. Who else is correct? Knight g5. You could do knight to g5, but then you would have to think, okay, what happens after they castle? Pin the knight, bishop g5. Okay, I like that developing option, but we need to do all of our threats. We need to make sure that they don't castle potentially. How can we do that? And Nova is correct in the position. Nova's right. We do this move knight to d5, attacking the queen and the knight on f6. So now they have to respond to this threat, in which they did with knight takes on d5. They did. After knight takes on d5, what do we play next? How can we keep the threats going? Just to make sure that they don't have an easy time castling kingside. Kai, you're correct. Charmy, you're correct. X, you're correct. So instead of taking with the bishop, which is the wrongest move possible, because after taking with the bishop, they get the chance to castle, and then our threat is lost. Our initiative is gone. Once the king is safe, the initiative is gone. But after e takes on d5, we opened up the e file, and at the same time, attack the knight on the c6 square. So if they try to castle, we take knight, get our material back, and we got pieces. The pieces is always better than the pawns, depending on the position, obviously, but the pieces usually is the best. Knight goes to e5. What happens next? After knight goes to e5. They are cooked. Yeah, kinda, just a little bit. They are cooked Their king isn't castled. They're doing a move like knight to e5. We have all these pieces developed. We got a e file. Of course, we can't go there right now because this bishop is covering the e1 square. But we got a lot of threats here. We just got to do it at the right time. At the right moment, we have to finish this combination of threats.
Hamsteaks
How do we do that?
Your channel.
What do we play first? Take. A lot of people saying take X. All right. Okay. And for anybody that is new, we're trying to figure out the best move for the white pieces here. We're trying to figure out the best move. And Bobby Fischer decided to do knight takes on e5. So everybody that said knight takes on e5 is the best move, good job. Congratulations on that. Knight takes on e5. Queen takes on e5. Black should be just a tad bit worried about this position because the queen is in the center and the king is still in the center. And when this is happening and there's a whole open line on the e file and there's all these diagonals open, this is really bad. You should be looking only for tactics. Only for tactics. Only for forcing moves. And just a reminder, forcing moves is checks, captures, threats in that order. In that order. And if you want to add like pawn breaks, you can add that too. Everybody saying Southern Chessbeard, you're correct. Nova, you're correct. Who else is correct? Zan, you're correct. DJ, you're correct. Andrew, good job. Bishop to b2, and now we're attacking the queen, not giving them any time to get castled on the king side. And then plus, remember, their queen is the only one out, and their bishop is the only thing out defending. Their rooks is still on the initial square where they was placed at. Not developed, not doing anything. Their bishop isn't doing anything. And we're about to start attacking with all of our pieces. And now they're sitting there wondering, can the queen defend the king against our whole army? Well, let's figure that out. Bishop b2, queen to g5. What else happens? Yep, the queen is overloaded. The queen is trying to keep everything together and trying to protect the pawn on g7. Great stuff. Thank you, Knight. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the follows. Shout out to everybody that followed and that is liking the stream on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. I appreciate everybody. A d6. A lot of people saying d6, rook to e1. You could sacrifice the rook on e1. All right. I like that aggressive idea. And that is winning too. That is winning too. But this next move is pretty straightforward. Queen a3. Queen a3 does attack the bishop and make sure that the king isn't castled. So I do get that idea. There's a lot of winning moves here. Actually, queen a3 is the best move. But we did this next move, h4. h4. Still winning just as much as queen a3. h4. Queen takes on h4 because, what else are you going to do? And then what happens? Why did we do this move h4? Why did we give away another pawn in the position? I know Ruben Fine must have been mad. He must have been mad of losing to Bobby Fischer within the first 12 moves of the game. But this is what happens when you do not know your openings, or you go into openings against your opponent that is well versed. That's why the opening phase of the game is really important so that you can have a smooth middle game. All right, and knowing your principles too. Just knowing your principles could have got you out of this. I was right. Pressure. Yep. And now we have this move by Ultimate. Bishop takes on g7. Ultimate 916. You are correct. Bishop takes on g7, attacking this rook on ha. And now they cannot castle. And their only good move is not getting their rook captured. And so they might as well just do rook to rook to g8. After rook to g8, this game ends in the next two moves. What is that? What do we do next? Rubik's Cube. Correct. Rook F to E1. Rook F to E1, sacking the rook. This is a brilliant move by Bobby Fischer. Why is that so? Because after Bishop takes on E1, Rook takes on E1, they have no defenders, and that's why they was like, okay, forget about taking the rook. We're just going to do King to D8. We're just going to do King to D8 and hope for the best. But what happens next? Oh my. Why is TikTok trying to verify if I'm a human after I've already been live for an hour? Anyway, after rook after e1, king to d8, what is the next move? I never got any positional moves right, only tactical. Hey, that's your strength. It is what it is. What is the next move that made the opponent resign? TikTok is so weird. Why would they confirm that I'm human during a stream? I know this was a pre-recorded. TikTok just a step ahead to verify you. Queen h3. Let's see. I'm going to give y'all about 30 seconds to figure out the move that white played here. I'm going to give y'all about 30 seconds. If you get the move, good job. If you don't get the move, then it is what it is. You probably got the second. I'm going to name all the moves that is winning. I'm going to name all the moves that is winning. Let's go. That's the only thing that matters. There's 3 moves that is winning. 3 moves. But there's 1 move that's the best. There's 1 move that's the best. All the other moves like equalize or even or even lose.
RL followed your channel.
Soda, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Who else? First, thank you for the follow. The Queen Tyan, you were correct. So, just to name all the moves that is winning in this position. Just to name them all. Queen b2, winning. Queen b2, winning. Second best move. Third best move, Queen a3, winning. It's winning, but it still is going to take a lot of work. The best move that was found by y'all, Queen to g3. Queen to g3. If it wasn't any one of those 3 moves, then that is completely equalizing. Queen g3. After this, Black decided to resign. And let me just say, let's go over it right quick. If Queen takes on g3, what happens next? Why can't Black take the Queen on g3? And just for y'all to know, after Queen g3, there is a forced mate in 8, which we will be going over, but we need to figure out the basis of why we can't do Queen takes on g3 first. Why Black can't do this. All right, good job, everybody. A Rubik's Cube. Yeah, y'all should have found it instantly. Brandon, yeah. Bishop f6 is checkmate because the rook is taking control of the e file and the bishop is attacking the king on the h4 to d8 diagonal. And so let's say, oh, why is somebody trying to, no co-host. Let's go. Black's best move is Queen to e7. Black's best move is Queen to e7. Let's go over it right quick. Let's go over the mate in 7. Queen to e7. They're trying to do their best to get out of mate. They're trying to do their best. Bishop f6 again. Yeah. Bishop f6 is kind of crazy actually because after bishop f6, you're attacking the rook. Okay, I get that, but you gotta be a little bit careful because a rook takes on g3. You gotta be just a tad bit careful. So that's why I sacked the rook. Oh, nice mate. I didn't see that one coming. Let's go. Mate, d6. Okay, so the next move, and if you got this, thank you for the donos too, Mac88. I appreciate it. So, rook takes on e7 is the next move. Rook takes on e7. They can't even take the rook. They gotta do a move like bishop to b4. They can't even take the rook because of all the checkmating possibilities here. Because after king takes, queen goes to e5, king goes to d8, bishop f6. So they still have to do like moves like bishop to b4. Bishop to b4. Weirdly enough. Let's find this computer line of checkmating in 6 now. What do y'all think is next? I'm gonna give y'all about 15 more seconds. let me test y'all checkmating nets. At this point, you resign to save dignity. Now, let's say they was pretty stubborn and they didn't want to resign. How can we get rid of this game as fast as possible? I got that too. Okay, good job. What if, let's try to get rid of this game as fast as possible because I know some people in the chat, and I know I'm not alone on this, but one of the hardest games to win is a winning game, all right? Kind of counterintuitive. It's a good problem to have. But, you know, it's hard to win a game that's already pretty much won. Zan, you're correct. So, Rook takes on F7. Best move here. Rook takes on F7. And let's just get through it right quick. They have to sacrifice everything. It's not this is the point to resign. Actually, you know, if you got to do a move like Rook takes on G7, it's like, what are we playing here? Actually, forget it. I'm never gonna go through the whole checkmate. You're gonna do Queen takes on G7 and just win the game. All right. If Black has to pretty much give away all their pieces to avoid checkmate, it's really no purpose of going through it all. Anyway, I think we're good. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. I'm not going through all of it. It's already losing. Martin, what's your elo? 2300 on chess.com. Anyway, thank you for being here for the lesson. I do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the thank you for the comments. I do appreciate it. Now, I will be continuing the stream on Twitch and YouTube. My YouTube account is Chess Knowledge with H1. My Twitch account is H1 Chess. I'm going to be facing some viewers in Bullet, Blitz, whatever, you name it, as much as possible. Yeah, that's going to be the goal. So I will be still streaming on Twitch, okay? And I'll be doing these lessons Monday through Friday. So be here and be ready for the tournament, the rapid tournament that I do every single Friday. I do a rapid tournament every single Friday. So let's get started on having some fun playing some chess. I will see y'all next time. Peace. See y'all next time. All right. Let's have some fun, guys. Let's chill. Let's relax for a minute.
FBI, open up!
FBI, open up. Oh yeah. Let's relax for a minute. Okay, should I? Maybe I should stand. Nah, we're gonna sit. We'll stand.
Hell out! Get out!
What do you mean,
Get
get
out! Get
Oh
out!
my God.
Get out! Get out!
Honestly, I'm actually a little bit hungry. But the stream is gonna be going for another 30 minutes, so make sure to get your challenges in. And yeah, that's the only tips that I'm gonna give y'all right now. All right, good job. And it's just gonna be random.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
Okay.
Get out! Get out!
It will just be random. So just send me a challenge on chess.com and we're gonna just take it from there. Why am I not focused in? Why is it not focused in on my face? Focus. It's still not focused. It's still not focused. Why am I yelling? I'm not trying to. All right, cool. Good enough. Fine. Good enough. Technology is so hard, bro. I swear. What's your username? I'll show y'all on screen right now. Show y'all on screen. Let's go to one of my correspondence games so that y'all know my username. That's not my username. Do I want to do that? That does make it a little bit different. Let's do that. So if you want to challenge me, you can now. I will be doing Blitz and Bullet. Preferably Bullet, but I don't mind playing Blitz. I don't care. All right, let's do that. Okay, cool. What's the challenges? All right, let's play. Let's play some chess. Let's mix up the music a little bit. Let's do Sicilian. Dang, what's a playlist that we haven't played in a while? Foreign music? You're not gonna load up? Load up? All right, let's get started. Play some viewers for a minute or so. Got 20 minutes. Y'all can ask me any questions. We can just chillax and talk about life and chess. So if you have any chess questions, just let me know. If you want to play me in a game, just randomly challenge me. What do I want to do here? That's actually a really weird move. I don't think I've ever played that before. When are we getting a video game break again? Oh, I did say that we was gonna do a video game break. You know what? Maybe we can hook up the Switch in like 20 minutes or so. Do a little video game break. How long have you been playing chess for? I've been playing chess for about... Dang, it's going on 18 years, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Been playing chess for a long time. We gotta catch up on time. That's one thing. In this game, we gotta catch up on time. What game would y'all even want to see? I don't think anything's going on in this position right now, but I could be wrong. No, let's do D takes. Let's do D takes. I wanted to do D takes because I wanted to do B5. B5 looks pretty good. Now, since they took that pawn, we're gonna open up the bishop. Everything kind of ends well. All right. Just making sure. Is Rubik's Cube still in here? I want to get some bullet matches in. Don't worry. I want those bullet matches in. Interesting. He's still here. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We snagged one pawn. We snagged one pawn. I don't know what trickery they're trying to do here, but we're not going to get checkmated in 1 or 2. Trying to contact chess.com and see what the problem is with a 0.1. You really want that. You really want that time control, man. No, I wonder why it's not working on your side, though. That is a little bit weird. Let's go here. I wonder why it's not working. What's up, Dig? How you doing? Checking my head, manage time better. What are we doing? Oh, that is a move. Okay, they got their pawn back. They got their pawn back. Good tactic. Oh no, they wasn't supposed to take the rook. They wasn't supposed to take the rook. Okay. Oh, crap. Oh, gosh, leave.
Dang. Good game. Nice pre-moves, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, we gotta get through a whole list of people. Thank you though, Samuel. That was a good game. Nice. Who else? All right. Yeah, I got like 15 more minutes. I got like 15 more minutes. Thank you, Soda. I appreciate it. I'm bad at end games. Can you give me some tips? End games is kind of tricky. You just gotta practice them. And how you practice them is one of the cool things that you can do on chess.com is drills. The end game drills can help out a lot. If or just get a good book on end games too. You can get a good book. I almost lost that on time though. That was actually bad end game. That was actually a bad end game by me. That could have been worse. Could have lost. Or even worse, I could have drew that. Y'all know how we don't like draws here. We don't accept those. Well played, GG. Hey, how you doing? This is not the best. I was supposed to take the knight.
CatDaddy_TTV followed your channel.
CatDaddy_ is wild. CatDaddy_. Yeah, I was supposed to take the... Yeah, let's actually put the knight over here. Love from Uganda! Dang! Reaching Ugandans. Well, I don't know if that's how... I don't know. Is that what the people is called? Books? I didn't know you were that ancient. I haven't heard that word in my lifetime. Oh my gosh. Yes, you can read books. Yes, you can read books. That is a thing. I mean, I already know I could just plant the knight right there, but I thought that there would be something better. Oh, there. Oh, no. Almost blundered a knight. Actually, let's just do d5. d5 is a good, solid move. I don't know. Oh, I probably should have did that first in d5. Dang, I'm not finding my moves today. I'm tired. Just gonna blame it on the act. All right. We're down a pawn, so let's try to play energetic at least. Let's try to threaten some maiden ones. Weirdly enough, they can't even block it with a knight because the knight is pinned. So their best move should have been. Oh no! Oh, okay. All right. That was a pin. Hey, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Dude, I swear I thought they blundered mate.
JJ's Chessbatzer Palace followed your channel.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the raid, Chessbatzer Palace. All right, the only thing that's going for me is my experience that I have with playing these. Oh my goodness. Okay. We just got to play fast now. They actually played this pretty decent, so I don't have any complaints on that. What, we're gonna attack the B pawn or something? Are they gonna do this? Okay, my king is better than theirs. Let's go. Okay. At least my king gets better. It's actually really hard to play this position. Oh, it's like really hard. Okay. Oh crap. It's really hard to play. Okay. Oh no! They blundered. What? Alright. Well, how? He's playing like the best game of his life. Bro, how is he playing the best game of his life right now? Oh my gosh. Ah. Dude, get the checkmate. The whole camera died. The whole camera died. Bro, what just happened? There is no way. Why did the camera die? And if y'all wondering what happened in the game, it's unexplainable. Let me get the camera back up. That was not a real game. Oh my gosh. I played that terribly. You know, we're gonna keep it like that. I played that Oh, we gotta make me bigger. Oh my goodness. Do I feel proud of this game? No, I do not. Am I glad that I won? Yes, I am. It was in such shock. Bro played like a 2300 but couldn't mate with the queen and rook as well. That was insane. Okay, next game. Oh, I do not play 2-1s. 2-1 isn't real bullet. If you want to play bullet, it has to be 1-0. That's the only bullet I'm playing. Rest in peace, bro. What type of game was that? They could have just taken the pawn too. All right, that game. Ugh. Let me look at that game review. Was I really just playing that bad? Yeah, he was playing like an 1800. Get your rating up, Andrew. Get your rating up. I think he was trying to play fast. Yeah, he was trying to at the end. Yeah, I'm playing viewers right now. Y'all got 5 more minutes. All right. Oh. Oh, he doesn't even want to play real chess. He just wants to trade pieces. All right. What? We just want to attack? Okay. I don't know what is going on. Attack rook. All right. Maybe hit some of. There we go. There we go. Okay, good game. That sucks. All right. Sir, can you give ideas on how to solve advanced imbalances puzzle section? My first time trying this puzzle. It's not the tactics puzzles. If it's like a strategy puzzle, it's kind of weird because you just gotta know like chess principles and you gotta know the pawn structure behind you gotta figure out the story behind the game. You gotta figure out the story behind the game. And one step that I like going by is like the first step, figuring out the opponent's threats, forcing moves. The second step, figuring out your forcing moves, and then just go from there. You can do that with strategic type of positions too. But you gotta understand the story behind the position always. You gotta ask questions of what's going on. Thank you, peace. Did we got one more game? Okay. Oh, I gotta face off against Rubik's Cube too. I think Rubik's Cube is gonna be the last game. It's not no 1100, but let's go. No 1100 just knows all that theory. Okay, good game. All right. No 1100 knows all that theory. No, get your tail out of here, bro. That was a lot of theory that you do. That was a lot of theory. All right, Rubik's Cube, let's get it. Last game. He went for this. Do 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 do. I always wonder if I do Queen C7 or D6 or which one is better, but I think it's D6. That's the best one. Wait for me. Thank you. Hey, yeah, if that was you, nah, you need to get your rating up, man. That was a good type of speed that you had too behind each one of those moves. That was a really good that was some really good games. I'm always trying to get this fishing pole trap off of him. I don't know why I keep on going for this stuff, but it's just fun to do. Okay, check. I mean, he gives it to me. I forgot this is a blitz match too, so I need to actually consider these moves. What's up? We got a Brazilian. I could do that. Oh my goodness. Oh no. He's gonna make me into a monster. He's gonna make me into a monster. And I'm less on time too, so I need to get going. Okay. Snap. No! I'm less on time. That's not good. Ah. Oh, crap. I don't know how to end this. Let's go that direction. Oh no! Come on, man! Mouse slip. Dang it. Good game. That was a horrible mouse slip. One of the worst ones I've ever done. The worst mouse slip I've ever done has to be this. I couldn't just do... Good game. That was bad though. I'm so bad. Please answer me. I'm 35 years old and I started playing chess 2 years ago. I love the game, but I feel like I've never been good at it. Well, like, why don't you think that you could be good at it? But, like, you can definitely get good at this game. You good? Like, that honestly, that makes up for the last game that I shouldn't have won. Ugh. But nah, you could be good at chess. I don't care what your age is. You just have to study just like everybody else, and depending on how much effort that you put into the game, that's what you can get out of it. Yo, our match was super instructive. Thank you so much. I did pretty well, all things considered. Yes, you did. You did. Oh my goodness. Rubik's Cube. Getting away on time in this position is wild. And you finding the best move here, man, good job. Good job. Honestly, that's all I can say. I should have did a better job trying to figure out checkmate here. That was my only mistake. Because honestly, what's a quick way to get checkmate? Let me see right now. What's the quickest way? No, that. Come on. Come on. That would have. Yeah, that is straight checkmate. And then I'm just threatening h4, king f3, rook e3. Maybe could have. Wait a minute. Ugh. Maybe could have did that. Yeah, this would have been way better than whatever crap that I did. That's why I need to do. You know what? I need to just work on mating nets because honestly, there's no reason why I should be losing games like that. There's no reasons why. I need to just be working on mating nets. And more, that game was very low quality. Yeah. Chat, who is that dude who plays chess and also plays tennis? I don't know who you're talking about. Hey, Pen! Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. I appreciate the raid. It's really good.
Paji followed your channel.
Thank you. Hopefully y'all had a good time over there. She's a fun character. That's all I can say. She's very fun, enthusiastic, very entertaining, I would say. I wish I had discovered chess when I was a child. You discovered chess now. That's all that matters. If you want to improve fast, I would recommend to only play rapid. Okay. Screws, what's up, Screws? How you doing? Prime, just check me in the opening. I know, right? Just check me in the opening. Hope the chess is going good. It was going good until Rubik's Cube came up in here. I'm taking the shout out away. He's a good streamer. Make sure that you go follow him. Have you been streaming recently?
Gabriel Nadelia followed your channel.
Have you been streaming recently? Very bad at chess. It doesn't matter, Pan.
He followed your channel.
It doesn't matter. I need to work on my mating nets. The problem was time, but at the same time, I should have found a good way to threaten a whole bunch of mets so that he can waste some more time. What's up, Gabriel? How you doing? Everybody's up in here right now. All right, that was the last game. Actually, what I was gonna play today. So I think I promised to hook up the Switch. Let me see. Do I got the capabilities to hook up the Switch? The end game is very little payoff for the work. The opening is better return. True, but yeah. Even though it's a better return, doesn't mean that it's the most important phase of the game. Like the end game is going to make the other two phases of the game way better. Like, for example, if you get out of your opening repertoire, the end game training is going to help you get out of whatever mess that your opponent's trying to get you in. So it still depends. Yeah, mating nets is really good to learn, especially to stop losing games like that. Mating nets is really good. I haven't going to tonight. Let's go, Rubik's Cube. Finally, let's get it. The end game may be the real thing, but what good is that? Oh, just wait until you get up here with the Goliaths. Until you get into these weird end games. Just wait. You're gonna see how good learning end games is. Because these title players do not quit. They don't quit until the game is done. Alright, how can I hook up the Switch right quick? I can play like one Mario Kart game for so if you're new here, on my chess channel, let me turn off the music right quick so that I can explain this. If you're new here, I do these segments that's called chess breaks. And these chess break segments pretty much encourage you to do something else other than play chess religiously. Because if you're losing 3 games in a row, I would say just stop playing chess for the day, or, do something else, do a chess break, play another game. I don't care even if the other game is inducing more stress than the chess. I really don't care. As long as you just, like, chess expends a lot of energy. And some people don't really understand this. Like, in chess, it takes a lot to do the best move every single time. It takes a lot. Like, one game is good. One rapid game is good. A day, 2 rapid games is good. The only reason why I'm playing multiple blitz and bullet games is because I stream. But if it was just me, all I usually do is play like 1 or 2 rapid games. Nothing more, nothing less. And so on this channel, I encourage chess breaks so that, you can still be sane with your life. Don't get angry at your wife or your family members, things of that nature. And yeah, just play Tekken, play Street Fighter, do something else. Go garden. Why lose?
Slappy__boy followed your channel.
Why go on a losing streak and be mad at everybody else and make chess like the main thing your whole life? Don't do that. You can still have a life and get good at chess. And so that's why I encourage chess breaks. So let me see what's going on here. Can you speak more slowly? I am sorry. I love the romantic era of chess when the players were aggressive and full of venom. Yeah, that is true. Mikhail Tal was pretty great. Slappy Boy followed. Thank you, Slappy Boy. I broke my phone while playing chess. Look, see, that's what I don't want to encourage. Breaking your phone while playing chess. I'm new to this streamer. Algorithm recommend me. I stream Monday through Friday. The music is a vibe. Thank you. Appreciate it. I made that playlist myself from Epidemic Sound. Oh wait, did you see Hikaru miss like Rich? So that was so interesting that he missed on Rick G3. But I don't think what people understand is Hikaru Nakamura have always had this like mental block of playing Magnus Carlsen. And so even though I consider Hikaru Nakamura to be like a number 2 player at times, it's a number 1 player at times, it's really difficult to see. I've been seeing Hikaru Nakamura fumble games like this against Magnus Carlsen for like a whole decade. Mental block is real, unfortunately. Yeah, like, and Magnus Carlsen kind of, he said this in one interview too. Like, once you beat somebody once, they're unfortunately going to be afraid of you for the rest of their lives. And for some reason, after those 100 games that they played in that hotel that Hikaru Nakamura keeps on bringing up, he's always had this mental block of like defeating Magnus Carlsen. And so I don't ever think that he wasn't even playing good moves. I just think it's just something in his head that he just cannot get over. Because any other day, if he was facing any other player like Maxime Lagrave, or if he was facing even like Kukesh or anybody else, he would have found Rook G3 easily. Even if he was facing Alireza Firouzja or Danya, he would have found Rook G3 easily, or at least spent the time to figure out the move. But unfortunately, it just didn't happen because Magnus Carlsen really does have an effect on every single player. And that's why, and hopefully that proved to everybody why he will always be number 1 for a very long time until he gets, let's see what age that he just plateaus and actually starts playing really bad chess. But I feel like Magnus Carlsen is going to be one of those players he's going to be above 2,700 even in his 50s because he's just that good at the game of chess. It really makes no sense why he's way better than everybody else. I just don't understand. It's crazy to think about that, but he's been at 2,800 and he's technically not even world champion and still playing like the best. When he plays Magnus, his elo drops by like 400. Yeah, it's crazy. I've seen it for like a whole decade. I don't know what's going on. I think it's a respect thing. He just respects him so much where he cannot get a win. He just respects him so much. But he did get one win in Speed Chess Championship one year. And I thought that barrier is kind of breaking, and he's doing his streaming stuff. He got buried. I thought that mental block would kind of break after that, but nope, it's still there. It's still there. And plus, he's going on this long little rant of him not being the best player and him slipping and him getting older and crap. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know what's going on with him. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, it's insane. I don't know. I think it's all a mental thing. And Hikaru Nakamura is easily top 3 player in the world. Like, for me, it's always been like, for me, it's Magnus Carlsen, Fabio Caruana, and Hikaru Nakamura, because I still do believe that Fabio Caruana is the best classical player in the world. Like, no matter what anybody say, I still believe that. So that's my list of top 3. And Hikaru Nakamura could be up there, but he just, I don't know. He needs to meditate or something. I don't know what's going on with him. He needs to meditate. Fabi, the better player. Yeah, like, I would say Fabi is better at classical than any player in the world, even Magnus Carlsen. He almost beat him. If there was no rapid portion or no Armageddon portion, he could have eventually been world champion, but nope. We just had to go to a rapid portion where it's based on intuition rather than calculation, and then Fabiano, he just wasn't as good at that time. He just wasn't as good at that time. Nah, he is. Wait a minute. Did you see those? Wait a minute. Rubik's Cube. Did you see those World Chess Championship matches? Fabiano Caruana was the only person to draw Magnus Carlsen 12 matches in a row. He's the only person that could do that. Jan Nepo couldn't do it. Sergei Karyakin couldn't do that. Fabiano Caruana got the closest. And I believe if they would have continued on with that old classical time control or like format with Garry Kasparov against Karpov, they had a format of, you just have to play classical until somebody loses. You know what I mean? You got to win 2 games in a row. If they would have kept that on, I feel like Fabiano Caruana would have became world champion. I feel like it. But we already know that Magnus Carlsen is not only the best at classical, one of the best at classical, but the best at faster time control too. You can argue Karyakin drew blood again, Magnus though. I guess you could argue that. That is a good argument. Karyakin did draw blood in chess. In chess. That is a good argument. But I mean, those games that Fabiano Caruana fought with were like, it wasn't normal draws. It wasn't like they traded off a lot of pieces and then it went into like a boring end game. It wasn't like that at all. Those were intense games. Low-key, if Karyakin wasn't banned, he could be insane. That is true too. But Karyakin, he wanted to, sometimes you just got to stay away from the political stuff. Like, it's not that hard to do so. It's like, I do it on stream every single day. It's not that hard to stay away from controversial stuff. It's really not. Grandmaster Kasparov vs. Karpov has not been seen again. That's the highest level by far. And those games, I think those games took like a month to finish. Like, there's no way the Chess Federation would do that again. Rent out a venue for like a whole month for a World Chess Championship to finish. My favorite is game 20, Queen Sack. Yeah, that game went on for a while. I don't think so. He is just choosing to not come back to over the board. Let me see. What are y'all talking about? I don't know. He might still be banned. I don't know, man. I haven't heard too much about that, but I know he said some controversial stuff when some political stuff happened between you know who and you know what, and it is like he was just banned. It happens. You got to be like non-partial when it comes to this business stuff. All right, let me hook up the Switch right quick. I forgot how to do it. I forgot how to do this. All right, wait, is this the right chord? Nope, that is not the right chord. That is not the right chord. Okay, this is the right chord. Dang, I'm just gonna play one game of Mario Kart. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do is just play one game. Then I'm gonna head out. Okay, this is. I'm looking for another chord. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me. I am so hungry too. I'm so hungry. What chord am I looking for actually? Oh, okay. Okay, bet. I forgot. All I need is just that. Oh, yeah, I gotta get my other camera out, too. Okay, what are y'all saying? What are y'all talking about? A lifetime ban, I think. Can't be forever. There's a knowledge that grows below the surface. I don't know. Do you know? Nope, I do not know that, Grandmaster. This guy knows what's up in the world. Can't say some things, but the language just changes by what you can't say. Yeah, man. Oh crap! No. Well, I mean, just give me 1 second. The camera's gonna turn back on. It's cool. Oh no, actually it's not. Oh, it is. Okay. Okay, let me. Okay, cool. All right, we're back. Oh man. I haven't did this in so long. Oh, that seems like a bad area to put that. Oh my goodness. Pastor Gamer, I'm doing this for you, alright? He's a long time supporter, so. Oh. Bro, what the? Oh. Am I tripping? Isn't it supposed to go in further? Oh, that's how you do it. I'm being an unk. I'm being an unk. That's how you do it. Bro, oh my goodness. This is why I don't unhook stuff ever. This is exactly why. Now, all I need to do is find my other camera and I'll be straight, bro. I'll be straight. Where's my other camera? Bro, come on. Where's that? Oh, there it goes. Okay, cool. Found the other camera. We just need to hook this up and then we're straight, bro. Crap. This is a process. Bear with me. I stream Monday through Friday just for everybody to know. There we go. All right. Okay. Hey, I haven't seen this mug in a while. Let's go. What's up? The old camera that I used to have. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, you know what I mean, bro? Dude, just chilling, bro. Just chilling. I haven't turned on the Switch in forever. Okay, let's do. Oh snap! Where's my controllers? Is my controllers charged? No! Please be charged. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The controllers might not be charged. Oh no! Controllers might not be charged. Bro, no! The controllers might not be charged. Oh, crap. You know what, guys? We might have to do this a different day then. If the controller's not charged, there is no point of... I can charge them right now, though. Anyway. What the... Why is it... What is it doing? All right. This has been a sad excuse of trying to do something last minute. Unk just doesn't want video game breaks anymore. I know. That is very disappointing. I will have it all hooked up tomorrow. We can play like something else for like 30 minutes or so. Y'all know I'm not usually a video game type of person on stream anyways. It's normally just chess, but it's fine. You know, we'll get the controllers charged up and then we'll play 2 games tomorrow. How about that? We'll play Mario Kart for a little bit and then some. I'll let y'all pick. We can even face White Mike Tyson again. Anyway, see you later, YouTube. Keep on fighting till the end, staying focused on chess and in real life too. Peace.